There's no better way to burn off stress than by playing video games. Given the huge demand, the video game industry is constantly introducing new games to keep the audience engaged. Today, I'll be talking about some upcoming RPG games that you need to play in the near future. Let's dive right into it. Baldur's Gate 3. If you played the earlier installments of this series, you'll know that bringing back Baldur's Gate is no simple task. Larian Studios have taken up this difficult task, and honestly speaking, given their work with the Divinity series, we think there's no one better suited for the task. The early access of Baldur's Gate 3 has given players a glimpse of what the game holds for you. You can see influences of Larian's groundwork that is very much present in the Divinity series, but it also incorporates the Dungeons and Dragons feeling really well. Baldur's Gate will give you the freedom of carving your own path that most CRPG allows you to do. If you want, you can blow things up, throw enemies off a cliff, talk to animals, or perform mundane tasks like buy cheese. Possibilities are endless with modern-day CRPG. Final Fantasy 16. Is it even an RPG list without the Final Fantasy franchise mentioned at least once? There's very little known about the upcoming Final Fantasy 16, but from the glimpse we got in the trailer, seems like something spectacular is in the works. Unlike the usual turn-based fare, this time around it seems that there's more action RPG. You can also see how there seems to be more focus on the summons, which honestly is a win for the fans. As with most of the Final Fantasy games, we see hints towards warring notions, friendship, and of course betrayals. Just talking about it is getting us all excited about the upcoming installment to drop. Unfortunately, as of now, there is no release date for Final Fantasy 16, but we're expecting more news about the game to drop soon. Shin Megami Tensei 5. If you want to make some demon friends, the Shin Megami Tensei 5 is an RPG that you need to add to your gaming list. The Shin Megami Tensei franchise has been overshadowed by the Persona games, but the game packs quite an adventure. This difficult and meaty JRPG is just what you need if you're looking for some old school dungeon crawlers. The Dark and Disturbing series allows you to coerce and ensemble various demonic forces into your service to defeat angelic assailants. If you played the previous installment, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse, you'll know that you can't miss out on the upcoming installment. And if you haven't played the previous installment, what are you waiting for? Darkest Dungeon 2. We've been waiting to get more on Darkest Dungeon 2 for a while now. The game's been in the works for a while, but little is known about it. However, the trailer does give us some brief glimpses into the universe in Dark Dungeon 2. Seems like all the original characters from the first installment are making a return to the sequel. Much like the first installment, Dark Dungeon 2 also has the striking dark art style mixed with the dark narrative leading players to a mountain of madness. It definitely portrays Lovecraftian lore in a new light, with a lot of original storylines that keep players hooked to the game. While little is known about the release date, we're hoping that we'll get a glimpse of early access sometime this year. Just talking about the game makes us want to revisit the first installment to experience the thrill all over again. Chris Tales. Are you looking for a game with a unique art style? Then you'll love Chris Tales. In this JRPG, you play as a time mage. Yes, you heard that right. This means you get to experience the past, present, and future at the same time. Plus, you can alter timelines with your powers, changing the past and the present of the world around you while also changing your relationship with different characters. You experience the freedom of making your own story, but can also experience turn-based combat. You can travel around the world in fancy aircraft and boats. And you know what the coolest part is? You get to blast your enemies into the past and the future. Just this fact alone is making us eager to play Chris Tales. Scarlet Nexus. Most action-oriented JRPGs take place in the realm of fantasy, so it's a refreshing change to see Scarlet Nexus in a sci-fi setting with themes of horror occult. We're going beyond summoning magical creatures to help you fight enemies. With Scarlet Nexus, you'll be using telekinesis to hurl cars and other big objects at your enemies. Referred to as a brainpunk game, Scarlet Nexus involves quite a lot of augmentations and psychic powers. The other characters in your team can boost up the skills and powers of your protagonist while also fighting by your side against various adversaries. Scarlet Nexus definitely has some unique features that make it a must-have on your gaming list. Fable. Fable's world of magic, wizards, and warriors is returning again. Although little to nothing is known about the newest installment in the series, we know that some of the other projects in the Fable franchise franchise raised a few eyebrows and concern. We're hoping this one will do better, especially considering the fact that Playground Games is the one working on this project. We might have to do some waiting for the early access to come out and then some more waiting for the actual game, but we're really hoping the game is worth the wait. Hogwarts Legacy. Speaking of wizards and witches, Potterheads are absolutely thrilled to finally have an RPG added to the massive Harry Potter franchise. However, you might have to wait for a little while before you can battle Dementors and explore the magical world, as the release of the game has been shifted to 2022. The groundwork of the game has already been laid out with a myriad of creatures, characters, and places to explore with the books and movies, so it's now just a matter of piecing it all together for the players. For those of you who have been waiting for your Hogwarts letter, the wait may finally be coming to an end as you get to mix potions, tame beasts, and try out various spells as part of the curriculum at Hogwarts. While we love Harry's adventures at Hogwarts, we're hoping that the game brings newer adventures and storylines for the players to delve into. We don't know about you, but we can't wait to see the dragons and other mythical creatures in the game. Biomutant. If you're into martial arts, mutations, and loads of action, then you'll love Biomutant. The game allows players to recode their genetic profiles while also unlocking different gameplay styles and powers. You can alternate between playing as a turtle or as a spider beast, using psychokinetic powers and a lot more. It's the perfect blend of monsters and mayhem. You can also collect various weapons as you complete missions to save the Tree of Life from impending doom. You can also take a break from all the missions and just explore the world in Biomutants. You can even fly. Players can also get multiple accessories for their characters. Fortunately, you won't really have to wait long for this game, as it was released not too long ago, but it's just too good to not mention in this video. The Elder Scrolls 6. Haters may say all they want about Skyrim, but they can't deny that it offers one of the most open world experiences in the recent era of RPGs. Given this feature of Skyrim, much is expected of Elder Scrolls 6. We have so many questions in mind regarding the game. Where will it take place? What changes should we expect? Are we seeing the same characters again, or will there be new characters? And most importantly, when's the game coming out? Unfortunately, it seems as if Elder Scrolls 6 will take its sweet time before it's released. Let's hope that the production team uses this time wisely and gives us something spectacular. After waiting so long, we definitely won't be content with just a recreation of Skyrim with slight alterations. Dragon Age 4. Not much is known about the Dragon 4 series other than the glimpse we got in the trailer. Seems as if the upcoming installment is taking players into a place in Tevinter. We've also heard whispers that Solus is involved with the game, so that'll probably bring something new to the game. As with most games in the franchise, you can expect a mix of romance and rivalries in Dragon Age 4 as well. Do we have an expected date for the release? Well, unfortunately, we don't, and it seems that it'll take some time before we can get more of the game. Seems now we have more time to theorize and speculate on what's to come in Dragon Age 4. Given all the RPGs we've discussed in this video, there's no denying that the upcoming era of games is going to be exciting, to say the least. Which one was the most intriguing for you? Which storyline and world building stood out to you the most? Are there any upcoming series that we missed out on? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.